hopefully, at the end of the day, the Philadelphia Eagles don't send anybody to the Pro Bowl, because that would mean they're in Minnesota doing much more important things. But while I'm here, let me announce the Eagles who made the Pro Bowl. I know this was news from a couple days ago, but finally had some time. I'm going to do the video right now. So 6 Eagles make the roster, and they include Carson Wentz. We've got Fletcher Cox, Zach Ertz, Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks, and Malcolm Jenkins. All right, so the one I want to focus on here is actually Brandon Brooks, because I think he's probably the most well-deserved out of the bunch. And the reason why I say it is this. There's been so much focus on the offensive line this season, but for a variety of reasons. So we know about Lane Johnson, how he's holding down the right side. We know about Jason Kelce and this resurgence that he's had. By the way, I'll get to him shortly because he should be in the Pro Bowl, but he's not. That's ridiculous. So Brandon Brooks has gotten lost in the shuffle here, because even the left guard spot, after 2 games, we were talking about Isaac Seumalo. All the focus was on Wiz. And then the left tackle spot, Jason Peters went down. All the talk about left tackle. Nobody's talking about right guard and Brandon Brooks. And if they're not talking about you, that means you're doing a hell of a job. So I'm not sure if the stat is still true, but I don't think he's allowed a sack this season. And he's also been a monster in the run game, getting a lot of push. So Brandon Brooks, this is well-deserved. The problems that I have are Brandon Graham and Jason Kelce. So Brandon Graham has still never been to a Pro Bowl, which is a joke. I understand that he doesn't put up the gaudy sack totals, and I get how the process works. If you have a lot of sacks, you're gonna go to the Pro Bowl, and that's the way it works. Brandon Graham, in terms of a football player, in terms of the 3 faces of defensive end, he does all 3 of them extremely well, and he's the best edge defender in terms of stopping the run in the game. So I think he should be in. You look at Kelce's situation, who got in instead of him? It was Max Unger and Travis Frederick. I would have taken Frederick out and put Kelce in. The Cowboys, they don't deserve anybody on that offensive line in the Pro Bowl this year. The way they haven't played like the Dallas offensive line that we're accustomed to. So I'm putting Kelce in instead of Frederick. And, you know, the DN spot, it was who? DeMarcus Lawrence got in. It was Everson Griffin and Cam Jordan. So, you know, it's kind of hard to argue that Brandon Graham should be in instead of any of those guys. But I'll tell you this. Graham is probably the best run defender out of all of them. So I think that Graham being on the #1 team in the NFC, and considering what he brings to the Eagles, I thought he should have been a Pro Bowler. The other one is Kama Grugier-Hill. He's done a great job in special teams this year, but he didn't get the call there, so that's okay. You know, if they want to disrespect special teams, but even filling in as a kicker, you know, kicking kickoffs, Kama Grugier-Hill. Jalen Mills is an alternate. Yeah, I know he got pissed off that he didn't get voted in, but I didn't think Jalen Mills was a Pro Bowler this year, but he's had a great season though. He's been really good. So that's pretty much it here. I'm gonna try and do a film study on Nick Foles if I can. Unfortunately, Brendan is he has his bachelor party this week, so unavailable. So I'm gonna try and put some stuff together if I can. That's if I have some time tomorrow. But do you think Wentz should still win MVP as he's still 5 touchdowns ahead of Brady? It'll be interesting. If Brady falters, Wentz might get it. So I don't know how Harrison and I didn't see the other one, but yeah, congrats to Brennan. Yeah, that's awesome. Forget that question. That was Harrison Smith, right? Yeah, I would have had Harrison Smith over Malcolm Jenkins. I don't think Jenkins had as great of a season as he's had in years past. I would have given it to Smith. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. All right. That's pretty much it. So, Pro Bowl news. It's already old news anyway. But yeah. All right. Tune in around 7:30. Tony and I are going to do a Phillies show. So talk about the Santana signing. That's old news as well, but we'll get into it tonight. So, yo, what's up, Spunky? I was just about to hop out. Just delivering some Pro Bowl news and already old news by this point. But all right, I'm going to hop out. I'm out of here. Later, guys.